Hi, my name is Jasmine and I work at the Playford Library. In this video, I'm going to show you one of our online resources, which is called BorrowBox. With BorrowBox, you can listen to digital audiobooks and read ebooks. But first, I would like to just say that the screen that you're going to see next is my phone. My phone is an iPhone, so if you have an Android or a tablet, things are going to look a little bit differently, especially when I'm showing you how to download the app from the App Store. If you have an Android app, it's going to look a little bit different because you need to use the Play Store. Okay, on with the video. So from your App Store or Play Store, you're going to search for the BorrowBox app. So I'm going to go down to the bottom of the screen and tap on the search icon and type in BorrowBox from here. Oops, I spelled it wrong. So BorrowBox is all one word. And you'll notice that it's this one here with the green logo. You'll also notice that the logo or icon that is next to the BorrowBox name already has open. That's because I already have BorrowBox downloaded onto my phone. If you haven't already downloaded it, you will see something like this. I'm going to find an app that I don't have on my phone currently, and you will actually see this. You will see the Get symbol that is up the top here and down below here for these two apps. Once you press Get, you will see a wheel going around, spinning around, that replaces that, and then it will come up with the open that I have here. So I'm going to tap or press on that to open up the BorrowBox app. So with my library card details already loaded into the app, you can straight away see my loans. But if you are downloading this app for the very first time, you are going to come up with a screen that is going to ask for your library. This is a Playford specific app, which means that instead of looking for South Australia or South Australian public libraries like you do with other online resources, you are going to search and type in Playford. The first thing that I would like to show you is your screen that is called My Loans. So obviously everything that is on your BorrowBox account is shown on this screen. This is just a little prompt also to tell you that you have 10 loans each for both digital audiobooks and ebooks. So you'll notice that the loan section is split into two, showing the digital audiobooks and ebooks separately, but both follow a similar layout for how they show the different titles that are on your BorrowBox account. You'll notice that each of the titles has its own book cover or title cover to the left, and then in the middle it has the book's title and the author underneath that. To the right of the screen, you will see two little buttons, one each for the return and renew. So you tap on either of those if you'd either like to return a title or renew a title. You'll also notice above both of those buttons, you'll have a little notification of the BorrowBox app telling you how long you have these titles on your account for, displaying whether it expires in, say, 18 days or 12 days or something like that. But keep scrolling down, you can see your reserves. So these are the titles that you have on your account, but you're currently waiting for them to become available. So you can see this one, Aria's Travelling Bookshop. It will be available on the 8th of April for me. It's also giving me the option of whether I would like to cancel that hold with that little button down the bottom right hand side there. One special feature of BorrowBox is that it's showing me my loan history, also separating them into either digital audiobooks or ebooks. If I take my finger from the left side of the screen and drag that across to the right, you will see the other titles that I have borrowed in the past, and I'll do the same for the digital audiobooks here. If you would like to listen or read either of these titles on your loans, you tap on the book cover. So I'm just going to tap on the Elton John biography, and from here you can listen to it straight away. I'm going to press on the black back button up the top left there, and the same again for any of these ebooks. I'm going to press once again on the Margaret Atwood title, and you can read that straight away from here. I'm going to tap on the middle of my screen and then tap on my loans in the top left there. So now I'm going to move across the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to tap on eAudiobooks. Remember that it has the special logo of the book with the headphones over the top of that. So this is the BorrowBox catalogue for digital audiobooks. If I scroll through this screen, you will see that there are different selections for these titles. Once again, having the selections of the e-audiobook cover with the title and author underneath that. You will notice that some titles have the distinction of the orange writing underneath, which will tell you that all of the titles, or all of the copies, of that particular title are borrowed out at the moment, and that they are available after a certain date. So you'll see that the Midnight Line is available on the 6th of April, and Big Little Lies is available on the 10th of April, and the 91 Story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths is available on the 2nd of April. I can take my finger and drag it from the left of the screen to the right of the screen to see the other titles in that selection, or I can go and tap on the number 10, which is within that selection, to see them in a little bit more detail and bigger writing and bigger pictures there. So I'm going to press on the tap. I'm going to press on the back icon, which is in the top left, to go back. There we go. You'll also notice that as you're scrolling across, there are different selectors that you can select from at the top of the screen, which do not go away. So these are quite handy if you're looking for a particular title for a particular age. So if you're just looking at adult selections, you can tap on that. If you're just looking at young adult or teen titles, you can do that, and the same for children. This is great if you are teaching or getting your children or grandchildren to use BorrowBox, because you can teach them to press on the children's tab up the top straight away, so they can read their favourite titles and age-appropriate titles from there. You'll notice under the age-appropriate selectors that there are other categories as well. So at the moment, I'm looking at the featured, but I can go across and select the different categories, like just Australian authors, or really popular titles, or just the new releases from here. Remember that I can swipe across to have a look at the other titles within this selection, as well as press on the number in the grey little box there to see them in a bit more detail. I'm going to press the green back, I got it right this time, to go back to this screen. If you are a particular reader that likes a particular genre, that is what the next selector is for. And you can go across and just look at the children's titles. That's obvious because we're in the children's selectors. But if you're after some classic titles or some comedy, graphic novels, fairy tales, you get the understanding that this is where you can really narrow down your selections. And remember that this is in alphabetical order. So if you are a fan of romance, you are going to have to go quite further down the screen. So I'm just going to jump across to the ebook selection, which is, remember, down the bottom of the screen. So this follows the similar layout of what you just saw with the audiobooks, but remember that these are ebooks. So if you borrow something from this screen, it is going to be a book that you read. The final selector down the bottom that I'm going to show you is the search feature. So this is used if you are looking for a particular title or a particular author. You can just tap on here and search for the author. I'm going to type in M.C. Beaton, who writes the very cozy mysteries, and you'll see here that it's coming up with results for just audiobooks. And if I went to and tapped on the ebooks, you'll notice that there aren't any there. You can also tap on the distinction on the left underneath the search box to find just the available titles. So if you're looking for something to listen to straight away. If I go back to ebooks, or audiobooks, sorry, I am going to borrow a book for you just to show what it looks like. So I'm going to tap on the green cover for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And it's going to take me to the screen here. Not only does it show the cover in more detail, it gives the title and the author in more detail, as well as a little bit of a blurb about the book that you're going to listen to and more information about the book. If I scroll further down the screen, it's going to offer sometimes more books within the series or more books by that author. You'll notice two icons that I can press on the screen. I can either have a preview of the book, or I can borrow it out straight away. I just tapped on the green borrow icon and I'm going to confirm the loan. And it's always going to prompt me whether I would like to listen to it straight away or keep browsing. I'm going to listen to it now to show you what that screen looks like. So it takes me to this with the cover once again. I'm going to download the audiobook. So it's always going to prompt you if you would automatically like to download a title, if you are automatically connected to the Wi-Fi. If you are not connected to a Wi-Fi connection, it's going to prompt you whether you would like to use your data or basically your phone data to download the book, because it is going to take quite a lot of your phone data to do that. I'm going to tap on yes. And it's going to take me to the screen here. So it's quite similar to the one that we've just seen, but the bottom is a little bit different. So it actually looks like a music player that you would see on a phone from here, with the play and the pause. as well as the rewind and the fast forward, and the go back 30 seconds or go forward 30 seconds, as well as the volume. So I'm just going to drag that circle that is in the middle of the volume to turn it right up to full maximum volume. Then I'm going to do the same. So I'm just pressing my finger and not letting go to turn the music or turn the volume down. One great distinction of BorrowBox as well as our other online resources is that you can speed up or slow down the playback speed. So if you are listening to a particular narrator who is talking rather quickly, you can slow it down, or if they're talking rather slowly, you can speed them up if your tastes are aligned to that. So if I press cancel, that one is the 1.0 times speed that I just tapped on. I'm going to now tap on the sleep icon, which is down the bottom right, directly opposite from the speed. So this lets you automatically stop playing after a certain amount of time if you're planning to listen to this while falling asleep. So you can automatically turn it off in, say, 45 minutes or an hour or 15 minutes, depending on when you would like to stop that. I'm pressing cancel once more. So up the top here, you can see that it's in player mode, but if I wanted to go and tap on the details, it's going to come up with the details of the book once more. And then if I press on more, it's giving me the options to download and read something by the similar author or the same author or in the same series or something along the same lines or the same veins as what I'm currently reading and listening to at the moment. If I go back, which is the black arrow pointing to the left, it's going to take me to my loans. If I go and try and borrow an ebook, I'm going to tap on the ebook symbol. And I am going to borrow the Margaret Atwood The Testaments book. I'm going to tap on that one. And you'll notice that it has the same similar screen as the e-audiobook with the title cover at the top. And if I scroll down a little bit more information about the book, its blurb, as well as more selections relating to that book. You'll also notice that there's once again that preview if I wanted to give the book a bit of a taste test before I borrowed it out on my card. If I tap on borrow, it's going to ask if I would like to confirm that loan. Of course I do. And once again, it's going to ask if I would like to read that now or keep browsing and having a look for another title. I'm going to read it now to show you what that screen looks like. So it's now going to open that book for me. So if I take my finger from the left of the screen and don't let go and move that to the right, I'm going to turn the page. And once again, if I wanted to go back, I would take my finger from the right of the screen and drag it or move it to the left, vice versa. If I tap in the middle of the screen, you'll notice that there are different settings and features that I can go to from here. I'm going to focus on the bottom of the screen first and then work my way back. If I press on the little a and big A, this is actually the font and themes for the book. So if I tap on the big A from here, it's going to increase the size of the writing. If I do the same opposite with the little a, it's going to decrease the size of the writing. If I like a particular font, I can tap on that and have a look at this. This is a great time to show you that all of our online resources have the dyslexic font. So if you are dyslexic or know someone who is, you can select that font. Select that font, which is more suitable for people with dyslexia. So from here I can select different themes. If I'm reading the book at night, I can select that theme, which is a little bit easier on the eyes, or I can select the sepia theme, all that kind of thing. From here I can change the margins of the book. I can make it either narrow or wide or back to normal. So from here I'm just going to tap away from this little menu that has popped up, and I can show you other features. So directly across from that big A little a font feature, there is a search icon that lets me, if I tap on it, search for a particular word or particular phrase in the book. I'm going to tap away from that to go back here. The three little dots next to the three little lines are showing me the chapters. So if I want to skip forward or go back and repeat a chapter, I can do that as well. I'm just going to tap back to that page here, and this little book, open book, shows me any bookmarks that I have on that book that I've saved as here as well. Obviously the back and forward lets me jump back and forward to the next chapter or the previous chapter, and about the author gives me more information about the author that I'm reading from or about. So if I go and tap on My Loans, it's going to put that bookmark there, so it's always going to remember where you are. That's also with the digital audiobook. If you pause, close down the app, turn off your phone, it is going to remember the last place where you were listening to. If I go back, say, and look at the ebooks, and then go back and maybe find a title like this one, Aria's Travelling Bookshop, you can see that it is not immediately available because it has that orange writing to reserve now for its available time, which is the 8th of April. I'm going to tap on that. This is what it's going to look like when I reserve a book. So you can see that it still has that book cover, the writing, the preview, but instead of having that green button has changed to an orange reserve button. If I tap on that, it's going to, instead of confirming the loan, it's going to ask if I would like to confirm the reserve. And I have 5 reserves that I can have at once with BorrowBox. I'm going to confirm that reserve, and it's reserving it for me. And it's going to ask if I would like to have an instant borrow and reserve confirmation. So when it's available on the 8th, it's asking me if I would like that on my loan list straight away. So that's up to you. It's a personal option if you just like the prompt, or if you'd like it automatically on your account on that date. I'm going to go yes, because I find that quite convenient and easy. So then it's going to say reserve successful. It's going to be available and for you to download straight away on the 8th of April, straight away. So I'm going to dismiss that little notification, and I'm going to go back. So I'm going to press on the green back from here. The last thing that I'm going to show you today is renewals and returns. So I'm going to press on my loan icon. So you'll see here, as I said at the beginning of the video, that next to every title, no matter whether it's a digital audiobook or an ebook, it's going to show me and tell me how many days left I have of it on my library account and when it's going to expire basically. If I leave that, it's automatically going to remove itself from my account, so it's no need to worry about it if you let it just play out its loan. But if you would like to return it straight away, you can do so. I'm going to return straight away the title, which is called Almonds and Raisins by Maisie Moscow. I'm going to just tap on the little return button there, and it's going to always prompt if I would like to confirm doing anything on BorrowBox. So I'm going to confirm the return, and it's going to take that off of my card straight away. If I have a look at the title, like Any Ordinary Day by Lee Sales, and I tap on Renew, it's going to ask if I would like to confirm the renewal. So before I do that, I'm just going to give you the reminder of when it's going to expire. It's going to expire in 15 days, just over 2 weeks. I'm going to tap on Renewal once again. It's giving me that confirmation. There we go, renewal successful. It's now due back on the 7th of May, which if I look down at that expires date, it's in 36 days. And you'll notice that I have reached my limit with my renewals. So that's about it for today with showing you the Playford Library's BorrowBox app. So we showed you the loans, what your loan screen looks like, how to browse for both digital audiobooks and ebooks, put them on your library account, put them on reserve or on loan or on hold, as well as searching, returning and renewing items. If you have any questions, you can get in touch with the library by giving us a call on our phone number, which is 8256 0333, sending us an email at library@playford.sa.gov.au, or going onto our Facebook page and sending us a message. Our Facebook title or name is Playford Library Service, and we have a hot pink logo there. Thank you very much and happy browsing. Have a good day. Bye.